All right, good afternoon. So this is now, I think, a Thursday, late afternoon, and I am prepping for the Gobbler Enduro that's coming up this weekend. So the whole crew is going to go. We got the whole team going. That's the team, the young and the rest of us. So today, to start this video off, I'm just going to kind of get my bike prep and get my gear prepped. Because I got so much to do. I got dinner tonight, I got to go, I got tomorrow, I'm busy with work, so I got to kind of take this afternoon I'm home to get this stuff done, and then we'll do kind of a pre-entry video as of loading up and then going up to LBJ. Not LBJ, I'm sorry, going up to the Gobbler up in south of Birmingham in Alabama. I think it's Clinton or Clanton we're staying up the hotels up there. Great race, the Gobbler. It's always fantastic. I think it's a national enduro, which makes it a lot of fun there. I've got a lot of videos online there about me hitting trees and crashing. I've gotten a little bit better. We'll see how that goes and see if I can keep from doing that again this year. And then one of the things I'm going to try and do this year, because I watched some of my old videos, is not curse so much, swear so much. Can I do that? Probably not, but we'll see. All right, but today I'm just going to quickly, I got to wash the bike, I got to change the oil on the bike, I got to get my gear prepped, and get all that done today so I'm not rushing or trying to do it Friday night before we leave in the morning on Saturday morning. So, got the bike here. It's dirty from the last race, which was the Sadra race or Sadra race. I think they called that the Skeleton Hare Scramble. It was a great race. Had a lot of fun there. It's out of the Bartow property in Florida. I think I finished 8th or 9th on that race, which for me is pretty good in the B class. I mean, I'll take it all day long. Had a good time. So I'm going to quickly wash the bike and then probably just run that into a kind of a fast mode so you're not bored watching me wash my motorcycle. And I'll kind of go over some things as I go through just because people like to see that stuff. All right, let's get started. All right, so first thing is I got to pull that air filter out from the race. Pull that out. I'll show that to you. And then we'll cap it off so we can wash it. The last race wasn't bad. It wasn't that dusty either. It had rained. I hadn't that rained that much, but it wasn't that bad. So this is not bad at all. Typically this is pretty nasty, but I'm still going to change it out as I do every time. I run these filters here, which I don't know, they're PKI filters. They've kind of got this nice rubberized end here that seals up really well on the things. And I keep a couple of them already. You know, I clean 3 or 4 at a time. Pre-lube them, put them in bags, and put them in my closet so they're quick, easy changes. So I'll change that later. Now I always cover the airbox. I've got this twin air airbox cover. This thing kind of sucks. So you jam a rag down into the intake there so it doesn't get wet. Every time I take this thing off, there's always water in there, regardless of how careful I am with trying to not spray the airbox down with water. So always put this in there so water doesn't get down into the intake.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage. I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America, does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately this nation is so ashamed and hating it.
Alright, so this is just a kind of soak with some soap to help break up some of the dirt after I've rinsed off the big stuff. This is just car wash, just regular car wash I get from AutoZone. Cheap stuff.
yourself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just wanna celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties? I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason.
All right, something else that I use a lot of is this is Purple Power. I buy the big jug and just put it in here, but this works really well on your plastics, and anything white kind of shines it, brights it back up again, kind of like a bleach, I guess. What you don't want to do is get this too much on the aluminum, because it starts to eat the aluminum a little bit. So I spray it on, I scrub it, and then I rinse it right off again.
You can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, you're free to you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
And she's done. I mean, she wasn't dirty in the first place, but I mean, she had mud on her, but that's it. So get her cleaned up. Now I'll change the oil here in a minute, and then I'm gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb, checking every nut and bolt, kind of putting a wrench on everything just to make sure, because I don't want anything falling off when I'm out of state. And hopefully that song was good too. All right. Good morning. Today is Saturday, November 6th, 2021, and it's early-ish. It's only about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning, and we are getting ready to load up and head to Perry Mountain, Alabama to do the Gobbler Enduro. So this morning I got Chris and Frank and Cody are all coming up. We're gonna load the trailer here. We'll take off. They won't get here for just a while, so probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. It is a rainy day-ish. It's been rainy the last couple days. Temperatures around 55 degrees here in Florida, which is pretty rare. So I've got time to kind of load the truck up and get going. Maybe this video started with me washing the bikes. I did that a couple days ago, and then last night, tinkered around some more, just trying to get it ready, putting nuts and bolts together, making sure I put a wrench on the bike, on everything that was there, so I don't have any problems in Alabama. I did find yesterday that my front tire tube had kind of slipped, shifted. Could tell by the angle of the stem. The valve stem had been bent. So last night I popped it off and let the air out and moved the tire back around, shifted the tube back, got it set straight, put it back in there. There's no nut on that valve stem, which is surprising. I didn't have one, so it's just back in there straight, and it should be fine for the race. So what I want to do this morning is I figured just kind of go over what we're taking on this trip, at least what we plan on taking. So we're staying in hotels, which is typical for us. We've got a couple of buddies that are going to be up there camping. Ashley and Tony are camping. Pete Gallo, he's camping. And we will have a big spaghetti dinner tonight at the campsite, at their campsites at the track. And then we'll do that, and then we'll head on over we'll drop our bikes there and head on over to the hotels, get up early, come back to do the race on Sunday morning. Now, the trip up the Perry Mountain is about 10 hours for us from where we are in Florida. So as soon as they get here, we're gonna bolt out. Go as fast as we can. Trailer's limiting our speed, but it'll be fine. All right, so this morning, let's go through some stuff. So the bike, let's talk about the bike. So I went through the bike last night. Like I said, everything yesterday. She's all good to go. She's ready. All the nuts and bolts, she's been cleaned. All the fluids topped off, both fuel, oil, radiator, checked them all last night. They're all topped off. Things good. Looked at all the forks, all the things, nothing's loose. Blah, blah. The valve stem, like I said, on this thing was jacked up. I went ahead and fixed that. If you can see that in there, if it focuses, straighten her out. Because I'm running a tube in this tire, but I'm running not tubeless, but a moose in the rear, which I've really enjoyed. It's been really nice. But I don't like running the moose in the front. It just makes the front so much heavier, it seems. And at the last race, I felt like that front tire was flat, and it was definitely making me dive into the sand quite a bit. But this is Perry Mountain, it's a little bit different conditions and all that, so she's looking pretty good. Nothing crazy there with the bike. I'll get that loaded up soon. Next, kind of the stuff that we take with us. All right, so I've got my gear bag here. All right, so the gear bag's loaded up. I'll go through that in a second. I keep a pretty good complement of tools that we take with us. Pretty much everything I could think of that we'd have to do on this track side, which I use a lot. I've got a cooler there. I've got some hamburger and some beers in there. Hamburger for the spaghetti tonight. Ready to go. Got my gas can, Camelback, chairs, a mat for the easy up and the easy up, and then the stand. And that's about it. Of course, some clothes for that, and my knee braces, which yesterday I rebuilt those knee braces. We'll go through that too. Let me get this camera. All right, so I wanted to go through this morning, just kind of go through a quick gear bag, what I take with me to go one of these races. And it's all the same stuff that everybody else takes, so it's no big deal. On this bag here, which is a fantastic, amazing bag that I got off of Craigslist when I first started riding, because I bought everything used off of Craigslist, or eBay, no, it was Craigslist. So some guy who was giving up racing, sold all this stuff. And so I got this bag for like 40 bucks. It's an old bag, Fox bag, but it's made of that heavy denier, fabric and thing. It's just amazing. And when you compare the quality of the new bags versus this old bag, it's not even close. Like, I've gone into the shops and I've seen the $400 gear bags. I'm like, this is some crap, comparatively to this. And this thing's held up and I'm loving it, so I'm keeping it as long as I possibly can keep it. It's just an old, it's got boots on either end of it, which are separate from everything else, which is great. I happen to run the CDs, the CD Crossfires. I think these are the 2s. Had these for a couple years. I do regular maintenance on them. I make sure I keep up on them. I've lost the toe metal on one side, but other than that, they've held up really well, and I really like these better. I have another pair. I have a pair of the Garnet SG12s, and they're in great shape too. But I don't care for them as much. They're heavier, in my opinion, and they are bulkier, and they don't hinge as well, in my opinion. So I wear these majority, especially if I'm going to do a race, I'll wear these. But if I go out to Croom, I'll bring the SG12s, just because use both sets of boots and not wear one out as faster than the other, if I can. But ultimately, if I buy a new set of boots, it's going to be another set of CDs in my mind. Now, I've also heard that they are manufacturing them in China now, so what that means, who knows? We got some big old birds out there. All right, so the CDs. Then in here, I have been running these Liat goggles. I don't know what they're called, just the Liat ones. But these are like the really tough screen shells, big thick padding, super comfortable. So far so good, really like these. Before these, I would run the 100%, and I felt like they would push down on my nose a little too hard. So running these right now, these are pretty nice. I've had the really super expensive, what are they called? The Oakleys with the exchangeable lenses. I actually lost those at Croom. I don't know, I'm dumb. I left them somewhere. And so since then I'm like, I'm not spending $100 and something on goggles. So got these through the Liat Hook It program, which is another program. If you're not part of that, get a part of that, because that saves you 20-30% of your time. And these gloves, these are the Liat gloves. These things, I got to tell you, are fantastic. Best gloves I've had in a lot. And I've only been riding for 4 years, but I've gone through a crap ton of different gloves. These things with this kind of rubber on the outside, but this palm is super nice. I don't know what it is. And it works with the phones and the cameras and all that, so it's got that touch thing. Whatever material they're using on the inside is really nice. I like it a lot. After the last race, I got a hole here, so I ordered another set, and they're not here yet, so I'm going with these again. But these are fantastic. They're like the 3.5s or the 4.5s of the Liat. Really like those a lot. All right, so that's our goggles and gloves. And then up in this case here, my gear. I always try to wear these padded shorts, just because I'm old. And you guys see my videos, you see me falling down quite a bit. So less bumps and bruises, the less the wife complains. Some O'Neill gear. Again, we go through all these different types of gear, and this O'Neill stuff I got, again, through the Hook It program, like 50% off. So this is the top of the line O'Neill, and this stuff, I gotta tell you, is really nice. And so it's padded in the right places, it's been holding up. I've ridden this 3 or 4 different times. I mean, there's literally no wear on this stuff, and I've probably 5 or 6 times, probably 2 or 3 races I've ridden this. No wear at all in these pants, which is fantastic. The jersey, it comes and lets you print your name on the back too, which is, if you're into that kind of thing. But, so I got that. White and black. White's hard to keep clean. My wife will tell you that. I mean, yesterday I was trying to do it myself, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to get this thing to be white again." And she's going, "Yeah, no, you're doing this all wrong. Apparently you got to use like warm temperatures and blah, blah, blah." Not there. Okay. The Liat chest protector that I wear. This is that Fusion thingamajigger that connects like this, and it's one big piece, so it incorporates your neck brace and your chest protector in one thing. I like that a lot. In fact, this is the second set that I own of this same one. I think this is called the 3.0, I think it's called, or 4.0. It gives great protection. I have gone, you guys see my videos, I go down all the time, so big fan of this thing. Now, not a big fan of having to mount a camera to it right here. So that's because the old AMA, for whatever reason, like, oh, it's safety. Look, we live in a overly safe world right now. This is ridiculous. We can't wear our cameras on our face, which makes the camera angles terrible. So it's terrible to watch videos. I don't know why they're doing that. It can't be safety. I think it's more of they want to have, I don't know, who knows what it is, but it's not. It's not right. So this kind of sucks. That much I know. And at the last race, I really tried to mount my camera on my helmet, and of course one of the officials came right by. I was like, "Can't wear that." So no video at all from the last race. But this seems to be out of the way. Does this interfere with the safety of the neck brace? Probably, right? So what are we supposed to do, right? AMAs, I don't know. I don't need another mommy. I don't need another daddy to tell me what to do. I think we can do this ourselves. All right, so we're adults. Helmet. My helmet is the Fly Carbon something or other. This thing. I got this is going on a couple years ago. Going on 2 years now, and I got it because it's the lightest one out there. It's a game changer when it comes to lightness. I know there's one that's lighter out there now. I think Cody's got this great one called the M10. That will most likely be my next helmet, whatever is lighter. It just makes life easier when you're doing the long enduros when you have a light helmet. I like it a lot. Everything comes out, of course, you pull it out. One huge drawback that I noticed is because I sweat a ton. So I sweat a ton, and if you watch, online videos, so I looked inside where the straps are, where the straps connect in the helmet. Got my camera, my phone in there, my camera light, and was looking in there, and I'm like, oh, this thing's rusting. So the mounts that they use to attach the straps to your helmet, the $600 helmet that you buy, are made of crappy steel, and instead of stainless steel, that would prevent it from rusting and potentially breaking. So I don't know if it's under warranty or any of that jazz. It's a couple years old. I highly doubt it, but I can guarantee you any helmet that I buy in the future, I will verify that it has stainless steel connections before I spend $600 on the damn thing. It's unbelievable to me how they could cheap out on something like that when you're going to get this kind of a price premium for a helmet. Anyway, I do want to show you my bag. So this bag, it's a soft side bag, and I recommend doing this with any of the bags that you ever come across for your gear bags. And that is, I built this kind of, as you can see here, this white PVC pipe shell or cage. I built the cage out of 1/2-inch PVC pipe. It's not glued together. And I did that because, let me reach this over here and bring it down. So I built this cage and just, go to Lowe's, Home Depot, grab the pieces and parts and measure it out, cut it, handsaw, blah, blah, blah. But you build this cage and it makes it super sturdy, right? And it just sits inside of here. It's dimensioned enough so where it's tight inside of it. And I did that originally because we were taking a trip to Baja and I didn't want my helmet to get crushed if it was still a soft-sided bag. So I built this cage and I've kept it ever since. Any bag you get, just structure one of these things around here and it just extends the life and makes your life all that much easier to deal with. But yeah, that's my gear. That's that. There's nothing special about it. We're gonna, so tools, gas, canopy, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. So, yeah, so I'm gonna load this stuff up, or I'm gonna load up my bike. This stuff is gonna go in the back of a trailer, the trailer Chris is bringing over. Once we get the trailer loaded up, once Frank and Cody get here, we'll cross level their gear into the trailer, hook up, and then be on our way. Trying to think of what else we have going on that we need to think about right now. I don't know. Like I said, Peter's already up there. The rest of the boys, the rest of the team are on the way right now. So I think they're in Eustis area picking somebody up. They're all coming from Miami up to Orlando into Eustis. And then on the way they go. They will most definitely be there way before we are because we are not going to get started until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. But that's okay. See, I got my Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Can't go anywhere without that. What else? Going to be cold, so I can bring in a jacket. You know who I'm talking to there. This race is going to be fantastic. I got Euro Mendez coming to race against. He's a tough competitor. He makes me push to stay in front of him if I can. He beat me at the last Enduro pretty handily. Brian McGinty's there. That guy is just blazing fast. If I don't know what row he's in, but man, I wish I could stick with him. He'd be dragging me along. I think there's about 6 or 7 guys in my class that are part of FTR that'll be there, so it's going to be a great race. Perry Mountain never disappoints. It really doesn't. It's a national enduro. They do it right. The track is always fantastic. There's a lot of uphills, downhills, obviously, and off cambers and roots, and some really good steep climbs. So really looking forward to it. So let's get the bike loaded up. Hopefully I'll do a little montage of that maybe. All right, we'll see. So one of the other things I wanted to talk about, I know editing is probably going to be terrible, but I just loaded up the bike and all that, but I wanted to talk about these knee braces. So I wear the full-on knee braces. I wear the Mobius X8s. I've had these now for a couple of years, and last night I went ahead and I guess you'd say refurb them, right? So I ordered the kit online that comes with new pads. It comes with new cables here, little cables that come in there, and just kind of refresh them. I had to go buy some Velcro spots and do all that stuff. But so the first thing I went after was like, I want to make sure that they weren't totally worn out. They've got a little bit of play back and forth. So there's a little play, but not terribly too much. I said, okay, these are okay. Just wanted to refurb them. So I put in the new pads, I put in the new cables, cleaned them all up, made sure they were good to go. These should, you know, I should get another year out of them another year at least out of these pads. The straps were in good shape, new pads here and there, so it's all good. Chris just showed up with the trailer, so we got to get that thing loaded up. But anyway, so these Mobius, love these things. I've ridden without them, like, you know, go out to help work the trail. I hate it. Like, it scares me. I'm like, why? What? It doesn't feel right without having all that gear on. So highly recommend. Good braces, Mobius X8s. Have lasted me a couple years. Little refresh here, should get another year out, maybe 3 years out of them. That's pretty good. And again, I'm not some pro that rides, you know, ridiculously fast, so they last a lot longer than those guys. All right, let's get the trailer loaded up. Good morning.
Good morning.
How was that trip?
Nice. Oh, early bird.
Oh, I guess so, huh? All right, we're ready. Good morning, sir.
Much later.
All right, so here we are. We're outside of Montgomery, Alabama, and we had a little trailer issue. We had a little tire and axle issue, and so here we are. We are literally changing out the entire axle. That's what we got to do. So, no big deal. First we thought we could get away with a hub like last time, but nope. We're gonna do the whole thing. Look, Frank hard at work right there. So we are safety minded, so we got the tire down there. Now the tire's jacked up. I'll show you that here in a little while, but man, full of gear. Got Cody hard at work, just like last time. Chris. Yeah. All right, Wookie. We got to get her done, and then we got to get on track. It's 5:30, almost 6 o'clock. We should have been there a while ago, but we'll get there. So, knock this out. We'll see how it goes. All right, so this morning of the race, we've gotten here. We've got our registration packets. Everything's set up there. We're still looking for C-Bob to give them our Enduro team stuff, but this is kind of our setup we got going on. Everybody's here. We got our trailer out there. We got our easy up. We got the people talking. It is 35 degrees outside. We got our bikes. Ashley and Tony camped over there. We got our trucks in here. So you can see. Anyway, so okay, so I'm back. The battery died. We're back here. Here's Cromwell this morning. Good morning, Mike. How you feeling?
Buddy. Let's go.
Right, let's do it. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. All right. So got to get geared up, and then we got to get ready. I'm on row 45. Everybody else is after that, so it's going to be kind of a long day of racing. Hopefully to get the camera set up right so we can get some actual footage of the race, and then we'll do a team photo later on. All right. I got to get ready. It's cold. Woo, 35 degrees.
getting passed by everybody.
Me too. I was getting passed by a lot of dudes. What row are you again? 53? All right. I see where we're at up here. What row are you guys? 45. All right, perfect. hit that tree and got stuck.
I didn't even see you.
Oh, you blew by me early. I fell down a lot that hung. That was a tough one for me.
That was a tough one for all of us. We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, that was brutal, bro.
That was tough. You got me at about 4 miles. I had already fallen right in the beginning. Just tip overs, but fuck, taking too much energy.
Did you see Caleb Russell crashed out?
Yeah, within like 3 miles.
I heard his bike blew up.
Yeah.
Ah.
It blew up.
Engine blew up.
It was a finish.
Yeah.
I think he was riding a KDX.
It was his dad's bike. His dad won the championship.
That's
on
right. I
that
saw
bike.
he was going to do that this year.
Yeah.
Summer, man.
You get that on film? I did. Damn it! Right off the fucking bridge. Now let's see if we can pick it up. Come on, everything's down. Here we go. Here we go. Fucking damn. Come on, you got this. Relax, relax. Go fast. Yep. Yeah. Take a breather after that one. What do you think?
Section.
Keep falling. I hit a tree really hard. I just keep fucking losing it, man. I'm not in, it's like I'm not in a groove at all. Yeah. Not in the groove at all. I'm just fucking bouncing off trees, banging into shit, fucking falling down the sand. What a fucking nightmare this is.
Bike's all fucked up.
Bike won't fucking start. Every time I go down to stalls, I gotta sit and kick it 3 or 4 times.
That sucks.
It's fucking killing me. What time do I gotta be back? I'm in survival mode right now. Well, I'm back in the truck after test 4, and I'm not going out for test 5 because my bike will not start. I don't know what's going on with it, but it will not start. I've kicked it and pushed the button doesn't work anymore. Nothing works. And I am now gonna be a DNF after all this bullshit. Damn it. Well, there's nothing I can do. Crap. All right, more later. Gotta figure this out. All right, well, Cody and Frank just came in, gassed up, ate, head back out for their last 2 tests. I'm still sitting here like a douche. No bike that'll start. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Like, so you push the button, nothing happens, right? I was able to kick it and push the button at the same time, then the starter would work. You tell me, does that make any sense to anybody? Push the start button, kick the Kickstarter, the starter would engage and run, and then start the bike. But you cannot start the bike just kickstarting it. I have no idea what's going on. But now, after 4 tests, you push the button, you kick the Kickstarter, starter does not engage, and of course I've kicked it 100 times and it won't even fire over. So it's almost like there's the kill switch is just killing it. Maybe I should disconnect the kill switch wires and see if that has anything to do with it, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll disconnect the kill switch wires and see what happens. Damn it.